session. First day of T2 table tennis, and this is an interesting one between Mattias Falck and in the foreground, Paul Drinkhall. Sweden against England, Team Pedersen against Team Rossi, and you're going to see some interesting table tennis here and different types of styles as well. So Paul Drinkhall in the near of the shot, Mattias Falck in the far end there, and well, here is Paul Drinkhall, 6 times English champion, won the World Tour event at the Spanish Open in 2014, only the second English player to do this, and so he is a man who has a certain amount of talent. The 27-year-old won bronze in the World Team Championships in Malaysia, here in Malaysia in 2016. Here's Mattias Falck. Now, he has an unusual style. He's got short pimples on the forehand side of the bat, and that's a style that mostly disappeared in the 90s, but we'll see him not putting so much spin on but pushing the ball through. Yeah,
Mattias Falck, you'll see him hit a lot of ridiculous shots. You'll also see him miss quite a few high balls as well, because that's quite tough to use with the short pimple.
24 minutes on the clock, away we go. I think we're saying both these players go for broke, so you'll see some air shots, but you'll also see some crackers.
You know, for me, Paul Drinkhall, probably the most talented British player that I've ever seen and practiced with, so it's going to be interesting if he can play up to the level he can do. It could be a very, very close match.
Of course, you were practicing all last week with him, making sure he knew what the rules were. Oh, there's an example. Goodness me, what a backhand. Well, both these players have pulled out decent shots in the first 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know if Paul Drinkhall knows the word block. You know, it's either a ripping winner or a fresh-aired shot. That's just the way he plays, and it's spectacular to watch.
I was going to say, I tell you what, Mattias Falck, I didn't know he was pulled up for not having it high enough, the ball, but he was also shielding it. Great shot though from the Swede. Just watch the hand on this serve. That's very borderline, isn't it? That's a great little push down the side from Drinkhall. We're having some great shots here. Well, toweling off after 6 points. The first 6 points hardly seems necessary, but gives us a chance to watch some of these fabulous shots. This is the little push.
It looked like he was going to the backhand corner there as well, with the way his angle of the racket was positioned.
Didn't need the spin, just needed the subterfuge. And he's taking a while to warm up, but he certainly is putting the shots in now.
The serve that looks like it's short, and it certainly isn't.
A little cry of despair from Drinkhall. He knew he got that one wrong.
And a lovely change of spin there from Carlsen, and it's that contrast between the backhand rubber that's got huge amounts of spin and the forehand rubber with absolutely zilch. Tough to play against.
Great return from Carlsen. That's hard to legislate for when you're facing him. Slapped it across the table as if he was just in a training jaunt. That was beautiful. It seemed effortless. It wasn't, but it did seem it.
There it is again. The floaty Joe, long serve.
The floaty Joe. Has he trademarked that, has he? We like the floaty Joe.
I want that serve. Can I buy that one, please?
I'll have 2 floaty Joes, please, and a backhand. Sounds like you're an ice cream fan. 5-7. Drinkhall trails, but it's a close one, this. Oh, yes. No, it took the side. We thought it took the edge. Then it hit the side. Let's have a look at this again. Oh, the wrong side to really see. Yeah, I think it's fair enough. Got to hit a bit of that white line. It'll be a spectacular winner otherwise. Like you're saying, he doesn't really do blocking. That's better from the Englishman. A little bit wrong-footed, Drinkhall there. Tried to stretch and couldn't quite pull it off.
It's an unforced error from Carlsen. This not often you see that. Wins the short game, in with a low spin, and it goes net off.
Still got the game points though. That goes long, and so Mattias Carlsen wraps up the first game, and we still have what, about 18 minutes on the clock.
As we see some of these lovely highlights, look at the spin that Mattias Carlsen managed to generate there on his backhand. But these shots are only made difficult because he has the short pimple on his forehand. So you're doubting yourself, you're playing against no spin, and then you change wings and suddenly you're playing against a huge quantity of spin.
Second game.
Carlsen then with the advantage in this match. The clock has kept running during that change.
Love all.
Raw from Drinkhall as he nails the forehand.
I would say Roscoff has told him to start noising the place up a bit, get the adrenaline pumping.
That was fast hands from Drinkhall, but even faster from the Swede. Blink and you miss this. Carlsen certainly cups that ball. He's right on the edge of legality with the serve, but he obviously knows that he's not going to get pulled up with it. And you can see the hand. Just ball is thrown up quite high though, to be fair.
Yeah, it's not just that, sometimes that ball is actually dropping just behind his head as well. So there's the arm and the head slightly shielding the ball, but from the umpire's position there's no way you can see that.
Much better from Drinkhall. Quick to the table, quick to counter. Oh yes, and again that backhand certainly cranking up on even Stevens in this second game.
And Carlsen just needs to tell himself, look, Drinkhall's going to play these fabulous points, but I've just got to stick in there. I've got to control the points that I can control, and these are the slower rallies. Don't touch in the net. Make sure when the ball comes half long that I make my spins on the table. Drinkhall's going to send a few rockets, so what?
Let's 3-all.
Not quite a rocket, but it did the job. One to the body, courtesy of Carlsen. Just under 15 minutes of this game, this match rather, to go. And you say he doesn't really wind up the topspin too much, does he? Just flaps it across. Just pulling ahead a little bit here. This is an excellent game though, it's very entertaining. That's some really good games.
That's what's super about table tennis, being able to play the game differently, so many styles.
Certainly these two guys, I think, suit T2 in that they're all out attack. Don't do a lot of blocking and waiting. Oh, it's a shame someone had to lose that. That was a fabulous little rally. You have to feel for Drinkhall after playing a decent point and still losing. Always in trouble from early on, and it's not going the way of the Englishman at the moment. He knew the game was up there. Seconds, as we say, between the 2 points. What can Drinkhall do with his serve here?
And this is the thing, Drinkhall's serve has improved a lot in the last 2 or 3 years, but he still struggles to win 3 or 4 points directly a set from the serves.
Yeah, his points won on serve 53%, Carlsen 75%. Oh yes, played it clever, Drinkhall. Oh, they were punch for punch, weren't they? And then it just got a little bit cute from Drinkhall. The tennis drop shot, and Carlsen just not quite quick enough. Good comeback from Drinkhall. I think a timeout has been called. I saw a timeout being asked for by Jürgen Persson, team Persson, and it's a very sensible move as well.
Yeah, extremely sensible, because when Drinkhall starts to feel the game and get in that flow, he's very tough to beat. You sense that he's going to start playing well like that, yeah, use your timeout. That's what it's there for. I'm sure Jörg Roskopf there telling Drinkhall to keep going for his shots, keep moving, trying to get his forehands in when he can.
If you look at the team scores as well, it's important that Drinkhall gets a foothold in this match for his team, Team Rossi. Not happy with his rhythm, Drinkhall, but the net court didn't help particularly. There's more game points now to make it 2-0 for Mattias Carlsen. That's not bad at all from Drinkhall, hanging in there. He's not happy with himself. We were watching this replay, he's just chucked his towel down fairly forcibly. He's a man fairly pumped up. he's played some decent shots, but Carlsen being cool and calm and collected. As you said before, playing the percentages really. And a chance to wrap up a second game here. Oh, got very lucky. Did Drinkhall.
No holding back, reverse chop serve, go for the crash flick. Why not?
Oh, great point from Mattias Carlsen. And Drinkhall couldn't quite pull off the comeback he was hoping for in that second game.
See though, in play there too many times, Drinkhall back from the table, and that's really tough against that short pimple when the guy's smashing at you. Mattias Carlsen improved massively in the last 12 months to get himself right up to the very top of the game. He was a player not so long ago, was outside the top 100 in the world, so he's done really well.
Certainly doesn't look like that at the moment here. Leading by 2-0. 10 minutes 33 seconds on the clock. We have a minute timeout after the second game. That's a given, a compulsory. All good so far for Jürgen Persson and his charge Mattias Carlsen.
Players inside. Third game. Team person to serve. Love all.
Well, we should get at least 4 games in here before time runs out. Second time, says Paul Drinkhall, just a little.
Drinkhall very quick on the uptake there, just reminding the referee that that was the second time for the same thing of not throwing the ball up.
And gets the point. He's perfectly entitled to do that, isn't he? I just wonder if that got into his head a little bit there, the Swede Carlsen. We'll see. Rip-roaring backhand. Drinkhall did nothing wrong there. Just perhaps a little bit floaty.
Crazy backhand. Super play.
Might have taken a little bit of the net going through there. 3 apiece. Less than 9 minutes to go. Yeah, I think he did just take a bit of net on the way through, which put Carlsen off his stroke.
This scoring system gives us all hope, and even at 2 sets down here, if Paul Drinkhall's to steal this third set, it might have a chance then in the kill zone to get back to 2 sets apiece. So very interesting.
And that's perhaps where you don't play the percentages. Did well, Drinkhall, because he was a little bit put off by the net cord. Drinkhall edges ahead. Everyone leapt off the bench of Team Rossi.
Again, an unforced error from the Swede.
And he, like you say, he's perhaps on a roll here, and there's no timeout to be played for the Swede. Little slap forehand, not giving Carlsen the time to react. 26-year-old Carlsen, 27-year-old Drinkhall. Prime of their playing careers, really. Drinkhall, of course, married to English player Joe Parker. They won the Commonwealth Games together. That's nice in 2014. Good to be able to do your day job together, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a spectacular final where they beat another English pairing of Liam Pitchford and Tin Tin Holt. So yeah, that was a big moment for the two of them.
Joe at home with the kids at the moment, doing the important work. Whilst he's enjoying himself in Malaysia. Well, it's never fair, is it? Yes, well, that was really dispatched, no doubt about that.
And because the last time Carlsen sent a rocket down the other flank, that's why Paul started to move to that side. So it's always a guessing game.
Nothing that can be done about that.
And it's a timeout from Jorg Roskopf, and rightly so, I think.
That's a great shot of the net cord. You just see just how much energy is taken out of the ball.
If you're slightly on your heels there, no chance.
He was already lining up the forehand, wasn't he? But a good timeout to be taken by the team Rossi. Jorg Roskopf, known as the German Rossi. That's why it's called Team Rossi. We'll be asking questions later in our pub quiz. And that might well be one of them.
And both players come bouncing back to the table, eager to get on with this.
Yeah, it's all part of the mind games. Yeah, so I'm really pumped up for this. Oh, you're really pumped up for it as well. Okay. A piece, very tight this, 5 minutes on the clock. Well, the team are doing everything to drag Paul Drinkhall over the line here. Might have been our friend the fly again, you know. And whatever it was, it hasn't put Drinkhall off. Chance for a towel down, and then a chance to take this game. Good comeback, and then of course 4 minutes or so to see if you can get over the line. Who's ahead at the end when it goes down to 0 the clock? So it could yet be 2-2. You never know, but conversely it could be 4-0. And that with 4.5 minutes left is quite some kind of quandary. Little look from Drinkhall to Roskopf, the captain, looking for a little bit of reassurance there, I'm sure. Still a chance to wrap this game up. That's the fly again, you know. He's hanging around the table at the moment. Handy complication for these guys. Good comeback, excellent from Carlsen. Well, next point wins it. We said it could be 2-2, it could be 4-0. It's just, who knows in this format of the game. very exciting.
He's had plenty of practice with these 10 alls over the last week. Here we go.
Oh, it's gone long. It's gone long, and his shoulders dropped. He was in with a chance. He had 3 chances really to take the game, and in the end couldn't get over the line. There's 3 minutes left on the clock in our last match of the day, and can Drinkhall get onto the score sheet here? He knew he was in trouble at this point, having to stretch. Watch the face. Well, it's been tight. They've all been tight. Perhaps not the first one as much, but that's the margin. And he'll be disappointed because he's not played badly. But Carlson, without absolutely bossing the last 2 games, has done enough. He looks determined, does Drinkhall, but the Swede looks very calm and collected here. Well, time is ticking and the score is adding up for Drinkhall. Little net cord there, leading the way. That's a great backhand return from Carlson, and all of a sudden it's a lot closer. Minute to go in this match. Who will be ahead when we run out of time? He did enough just to get the ball over. He's going to be told to get a hurry on, and he's still toweling down whilst we're watching the last point.
2-4.
Drinkhall's sensible about this, he'll just trot around.
Great point. Great point. Are we going to be heading for a tiebreaker? Sudden death point, it could be. Let's see. Tell you what, you better hurry up here, Mr. Carlson. 4 apiece. We're going to have a sudden death point here. Well, we did say it could have been 2 all, but it could very easily here be 4-0.
That would be cruel. That would be really, really cruel. Gutted in the last set from 10-8 up that he lost that one, so here we go.
Oh, and it has gone the way of the Swede. Well, what a heartbreaking moment for Drinkhall, but goodness me, it just shows what can happen in this game. It was a chance in the last game to make it 2-1 for Drinkhall. Didn't happen. Then he had a real good chance to get over the line here with time ticking down. Carlson managed to absolutely hang on and then win that sudden death point. And well, for Drinkhall, regroup, come back again. Of course, the another game tomorrow and the day after.